Hello and welcome to another exciting Breakfast with Unity. I'm your host, Max Moreau, and today we're going to be dealing with quote-unquote code rot. I put the quotes in there because it's important. Code rot is a term that we use in programming sometimes to mean when code starts to just go bad, quote-unquote, on its own. It never does on its own, of course. It happens because libraries update, editors update, other people put in other code, and this stuff that you haven't touched for like decades is now causing problems. So this is decades old code. This is just our Breakfast with Unity stuff, but we've got there's been some fundamental changes to the physics system in Unity 5.0, and we're going to make some modifications to one of our earlier projects. So what we're going to be doing is, someone mentioned that they were having trouble with the, which project it was. How long ago was this? It wasn't that long ago. Dice Roller 3D, there it is. So, the problem that we're having is, and it's hard to, I don't have a comparison for you. I guess I could open the old version of Unity, but I'm not going to. But basically, this dice used to, like, kick around a whole lot when you hit the button. And now it kind of doesn't. It just it rolls much slower than it used to. It used to rotate a lot faster. And the reason for this, there's also another bug here that we may take a stab at today, but I'm not making any promises. There's a shader problem. These pips are supposed to be circular, and for some reason this shader isn't supported for transparency anymore. I'm not planning on fixing that one today. I'm just going to deal with the physics stuff first, but we might take a look. Just get an idea. So the problem with this is actually because of the Unity has, or rather had, a global max rotational velocity feature, and we had fixed that in the settings. But if you go to physics now, you'll see that it's not there anymore. That thing is just not actually in this project anymore. And so it's confusing at first. And the reason is because they have now moved it to a per rigid body setting. Unfortunately, they have not actually exposed this setting in the rigid bodies themselves. Even if you go to the debug view, it's not something that's been serialized for the editor, unfortunately. So you have to change it via script right now. I'm not going to cover how to make a change that will allow us to update the rigid body editor itself. We might do that on another episode, but we're going to at least fix the problem for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and create I'm going to create a new script, and this script is going to be called set max rotation velocity. I think that's what it's called. I will rename this if it's not matching what is called in Unity, so that things stay consistent. And all we're going to do is public float max rotational velocity, and in start we're going to do rigid body. Oh wait, we can't do that. Sorry. Get component rigid body dot rotational max angular velocity. Okay, so set, that's a much better word, angular velocity. Max angular velocity equals max rotational velocity. I'm just going to really quickly angular all this stuff out. Angular. One more time. Save. And that's all this is going to do. It's just on start going to set that. So we save this thing. Go back to our project. Why is this 2 over? There we go. So now all we're going to do is we're going to apply this to our die. So we're just going to put this... oh yeah, the other thing I'm going to do is first, this needs to be renamed to angular velocity, and I'm going to remember to actually need to double click it again because we changed the name. I am going to actually make it so that this has a meaningful default value. I'm going to use 7.0. The reason I'm using 7.0 is this is actually what the default value is. So if you if you apply this, it won't have any effect on it, I guess. So maybe that's not a good choice. I'm going to leave it because it's the default. So we're going to put this on our die, and we're going to increase it by a considerable margin. Let's make this at least 30, and let's hit play and see what happens. So now when we click, you can see that it kicks around a lot better and rotates a lot nicer, and it's generally behaving a lot better than what it was before. So yay, we fixed that. So one piece of the code raw is done. So as I said, that was what the main thing I was going to do. I kind of didn't. I mean, it's a really simple script, and I kind of forgot how simple it was. But what we're going to do is let's go ahead and look at these shaders and see if there's a way I can fix them quickly. So our dye pit right now is just a texture, and it's currently using, what shader is it using for that? So if we go to the sides here, the dye pips are using this dye pit, which is a transparent bumped diffuse. And for some reason, it's not showing up as transparent anymore. Let's see. I'm going to see if we've got a different transparent... Oh, that is the transparent bumped diffuse that we're using. Legacy shaders. Transparent bump diffuse. Does that fix anything? It does! Alright, cool. So the problem was an incompatibility with our... what's nice is Unity put all these things under legacy shaders. The reason that I still have a lot of legacy shaders in this list on this project, this is another thing that we're going to have to fix in the code rot, is I still have the old built-in shaders added to the project so that we can reference them and change them and stuff. So that old shader doesn't work. So wow, that was an easy fix, actually. That was faster than I thought it was going to be. So we've basically switched to the shader that's included with Unity 5 that's been updated to... Well, I mean, it's still a legacy shader, but evidently it's updated to work properly on Unity 5. So that's great. So fixed both the problems. I was actually expecting that to take a lot longer. Yay! Let's go ahead and fix one more project too. I'm going to go ahead and save scene, save project. Well, let's go ahead. There's also a sequel to this one called Physics Sounds. And all we're going to do is we're just going to add our set max angular velocity to our die. We're going to set it to 30. And the shader has already been changed, so great. So all we have to do is hit play, and hopefully we'll hear sounds when it clicks around. Yay. That was a nice, concise episode. I liked how that went. Save scene, save project. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you have any questions, please email me, pushypixels@pushypixels.com. You can also tweet me at Drakfyre. That's DRAKFYRE. Thanks for joining. If you can, please support us on Patreon, patreon.com/cookiewithunity. Really appreciate it. Sorry I missed you guys last night. It's been weird. There's been some family stuff that came up. So there may be some more bumpiness in the next couple of weeks. Thank you very much, and you guys have a great one, and I will catch you on Monday with another Breakfast with Unity and with some more Scape action. Thank you very much. See you later.